Ralph channel. This is going to be a fun one. Today I am hooking up a two-step rev limiter with anti-lag on Dirty Harry, the turbo Dodge Diplomat. I'm using the Holley Terminator X software to control the two-step rev limiter and control the MSD ignition already installed on the car. I enabled rev limiter number 1, which will be controlled by an input from my horn switch in this case, usually just a button. This car really needs a higher stall speed torque converter, but for now I've got the two-step set at 2000 RPM. For an attempt at some anti-lag, I'm going to enable the launch retard chart in the Holley software. This will only be enabled when the two-step is enabled, and take away timing while it's in the two-step mode. The unburnt fuel and later sparks should heat up the exhaust and spool the turbo a little bit. Hopefully this will help get the car off the line a little bit better. It's currently leaving on 0 pounds of boost, so anything more than that would be a good thing. I looked at my timing table, and at 2000 RPM it was commanding about 20 degrees of timing. So I decided to just start with taking 20 degrees out and making it at top dead center while under the two-step. This is all just an experiment for me, so we'll see if it works and adjust from there.
So what I'm doing now is going to get ready to send an input to the Terminator for my two-step rev limiter. And the way I had it wired up for my RPM box is where my horn switch and my brake needed to be applied for it to be initiated. So I'm not going to change that. The problem with it is it was kind of hard to get to underneath the column. And so I have a power side output for basically just like running my horn, and that's what was running my RPM box. What the Holley needs is a ground side input. So still I'm testing, making sure that I have 12 volts out of here. When I hit my horn, nothing really happens. When I hit my brake, nothing really happens. When I have them both pressed at the same time, now I get my 12 volts. And whether I let off my horn or I let off my brake, that goes back to 0 volts. So I'm going to use that to trigger a relay, and that relay is going to control a ground side input to the Holley. I use the power on pin 85 of my relay here, and 86 goes to ground. That'll do the relay coil and make the switch internal flop back and forth. And then I used my input wire from the Holley harness, and that is going on the 30 pin of the relay. The 87 pin is going to ground. So when power comes to 85, flows through 86, initiates the relay or activates the relay and completes a path to ground for the Holley.
There is a setting for the inputs to be either ground side or power side, and when I tried to set this up before, the rev limiter 1 was grayed out, so I couldn't change it to power. I must have had a setting set up wrong, because now I could have avoided all this by just putting a changing this over, but no worries, it works. Unfortunately, that makes my old RPM switch integrated into the radio dead now, and really not useful anymore. So, future upgrade could be like a Holley dash right in that spot. That would be pretty slick. So, maybe a future upgrade. We'll see. Well, it's official, Dirty Harry has a working two-step and anti-lag. Not only does it sound amazing, and I love it, but it should help me get off the line better at the drag strip. So, along with the extra power that I'm getting from the Holley EFI system, I should be able to get into that power a little bit sooner off the line, and the whole goal is to be faster at the drag strip. To keep up with Dirty Harry and other projects on the channel, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.